Recently, we had a customer ask to give a demonstration on a rolling offset that has two pipes at different elevations at 90 degrees. He has a component here with a flange on this end and another slip-on flange on this end, and he was wondering how to get the pipes to run. So for this demonstration, I've got PD mode set to 32, and we're going to be working in conceptual mode. This is the front view up here in the upper left and the top view on the lower right, and an isometric view. So let's see how the drawing starts. Starts out with just these flanges because he knows where they are. So let's put in the first fittings. First, we need this 90-degree elbow that's going to come off of this top component. We're going to install it by the end on the node of this flange. So this is an orthogonal angle, so we're going to use polar tracking for this. Okay, so polar tracking's on. I just pick a polar tracking angle, and the fitting comes in. Now, if you're using a current version of Mech-Q, you can use your numerical keypads on this version to move the elbow. That's the 8 key is up, the 2 key is down. And if I hit the 3 key, that's going to point me 45 degrees towards this slip-on flange. That's where I want to leave it, so I'm just going to hit enter. Now also in this version, we can also use dynamic dragging like you're used to. So we'll put the 45 on this other weld neck, or excuse me, on this other slip-on flange. So we'll pick the node for the end of the flange, another polar tracking angle, so we'll just click this point here. Now if we move the cursor, it's going to allow us to rotate it dynamically. So we want this one to rotate up. So we'll just select this point here in polar tracking and exit piping. Now, in order to get these to line up, if you look up here, none of these line up anywhere because they're not, this one isn't pointing at this one, and this one here isn't in the same spot. So what we have to do is find this phantom intersection for all of these. So let's go up here, and we're going to use a tool called the slide tool, okay? Because what we're going to do is we're going to slide these fittings along their axis to match up. So let's do the 90-degree first. So we'll just select the 90-degree elbow. And the first point on the slide axis is going to be the node right here, okay, on the face. And then the focal point node is right here. We're going to select that one. And then the other node is right here at the end point here of the elbow. And that's when we want to line up with this 45. Now it asks us for the point to align with, so we'll just pick this node here, and that's going to move our 90. Now we're halfway finished, we just need to move this 45 up. So in order to do that, we'll select the 45, we'll select the node at this end, there's a node there at the focal point here, and select this endpoint node. Now to align it, we just need to align it with this 90 here, and we've got it finished. So now all we have to do is just pipe to these points, which is fairly simple. It's going to be a node to node. So we want this node here, the closest one to the end, and this node here. And then we have another pipe to put in right here. That's going to go from this node to this node at the face of the fitting. And one more last pipe to close this up. And that's going to be this one right here to this node right here. And that's going to finish that. Now to finish the ISO, let's do a little bit more work here so we can get some dimensions on here, because we do have a dimensioning tool. We're set the symbol here for the current layer, so we're just going to use the isometric dimensioning tool, which is right here, 3D isometric dimension. So the first point we're going to do is we're going to select the node or the center. Actually, let's pick the center of this flange instead. So we use the center snap, get this farthest center, and then we want to pick the node here. And these are on the same axis, so we don't care about that. So enter for same points. So what we're going to do is we have to go into this and turn this into a wireframe, because this node here is hard to find. So let's do dimensioning again. In this case, we're going to want to go this way and this polar tracking angle here. But those aren't the points. We want to go from this node to this node down here. and bring this up here, and then we'll snap it to this endpoint. Okay, so it's reversed to us now, so we just have to flip this dimension over, and that looks right to us now. So let's continue this dimension using the C for continue, and then we just want to snap to this farthest node here on this flange here, right there, and that's going to continue. Now just enter to exit. We need 2 more dimensions. We really need to get this dimension along this line so they can get the leg length of this elbow. So let's, between the 2 elbows, so let's select that now. So we're going to select this node here and this node here, and we do want it, this is the same point, so we want to select that, and that's going to give us a dimension line right about, we look at the upper left viewport, that's just about right there. And that's good right there. Let's just leave it where it is, okay? And that's going to take care of that. So if we're going to do something here, we can go back to wireframe, back to conceptual again. Now that we picked our points, we can go to, let's type this in. Let's go ISO lines. Let's go to 0. It's going to give us a 2-line, print. So let's go here. That all looks good. That's got what we want. Dimensions. We can just go to print. And let's make this a monochrome. You want to make sure this is checked. Silhouette as displayed will work. And then we want to preview it. And there we have our 2-line isometric. Hope this answers any questions.